G'day guys, welcome back to the Talking Sport podcast. I'm here with Josh. Say hello, mate.
Hello everybody, and the topic for this podcast will be reviewing the first week of finals and also looking at the fixtures revealed for the semis and prelims. But I'll get Kizza to start us off with the first qualifying final.
Lovely. Alright, so the first qualifying final between Port Adelaide and Geelong at the Adelaide Oval. It finished in 9-4-58 to Port to 5-12-42 Geelong, so they definitely didn't take their chances, Geelong. Port Adelaide winning by 16 in that match. The best player on the ground was probably Tom Rocklift, who got 22 touches and 9 tackles. What do you think about that, Josh?
Especially Tom Hawkins with 0 goals 5.
Yeah.
He presented as a pretty big option, really. Just didn't present in front of the scoreboard, really. Needed to kick straighter. If he did kick straight, they would have won. So that the goal kicking is a key asset of the game, and it's something that teams need to practice nowadays because most teams are getting it wrong.
Yeah, 100%. Now the second qualifying final was between Brisbane and my Tigers. This finished in a 15-point win to the Lions, unfortunately. 10-9-69 to 8-6-54. I think Brisbane were just the better team on the day. The umpires were a bit dodgy, I've got to say though, but it's fair credit to Brisbane. They definitely deserve to win. We played a bit meh. The best player on the ground has to be Charlie Cameron for the Lions with 3 goals and 11 touches. He played pretty well, I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I agree. Part of the Richmond's loss was probably from their undisciplinedness because they gave away 6 or 5 50-metre penalties.
Yeah.
One turned into a 100-metre penalty, which is definitely what you don't want in a final. But you got to deal with what you got to deal with, and that's what Richmond did, and unfortunately they lost because of it.
Yep, we'll move on.
And now onto the elimination finals, which were both on Saturday. And on Saturday, Arvo, St Kilda and Bulldogs played a thriller of a game, which ended up getting St Kilda on top by 3 points, with the scores being 10-7-67 to 9-10-64. The best on ground would have to be Tim Membry with 2 goals and 16 touches. Unfortunately for St Kilda though, Paddy Ryder, probably one of their most influential players that day, ended up getting a hamstring injury at the end of the game.
Yeah, one of the last minutes, unfortunately.
Yeah, he's probably not going to play the next week, so that's unfortunate for them, but you got to deal with that.
Yeah.
And now the next game was on the Saturday night, and it was even more of a thriller between West Coast and Collingwood. It went right down to the end, but Collingwood ended up getting on top by 1 point.
Wow.
Taylor Adams was easily best on with 1 goal, 24 touches and 8 tackles.
Bloody oath. And
one key thing from that game was that Grundy only played 63% of that game. We wanted to give Darcy Cameron more of a ruck because Brodie Grundy wasn't playing that well. Yeah. Which is very surprising when you're going up against the All-Australian ruckman. But you got to do what you got to do. Yeah,
that was a great win from Collingwood. I watched the whole game. It's kind of good to see West Coast fans just get shut up. But, it was a really good win from Collingwood, and, fair play.
Yeah, the semis fixture has been released.
Yeah.
And the first game will obviously be between St Kilda and Richmond, and it's on a Friday night at Metricon. It will start at 7:50 to be precise. And as this is Richmond's home game, they actually got to choose where they play, which I think it's fair.
Definitely fair.
St Kilda fans probably won't think it is, but they got to deal with it, and that's their problem.
Yeah.
I feel the Tigers will have learnt their lesson about their undiscipline from the previous game, and they'll be favourites for this match.
Yeah, I reckon we can get on top in this one. I reckon St Kilda can definitely get on top in this one though, but I feel like Richmond just have that edge on them and should really win. They've got more confidence. They've got a much younger team, more inexperienced. So we should win that game.
Yeah, I totally agree. And the second semi will be between Collingwood and Geelong on a Saturday night at the Gabba. Of course, Geelong chose the Gabba, but the Gabba was also Collingwood's home ground this season, so we have a lot of experience playing there. But I still think the Cats will come in as favourites heading into this match.
Yeah, I really doubt Collingwood will win they've really got. I mean, they had people thought they had no chance against West Coast. If they're playing against Geelong, surely they've got no chance unless they do another one, which is so unlikely. They always have good games. Collingwood and West Coast, that might just be why. But I think Geelong will win this one pretty easily. Now, moving on to the prelims. So the first prelim will be held at the Adelaide Oval on a Friday night, I'm pretty sure, between Port Adelaide and the winner of the semi between Richmond and St Kilda. So could be a heat of teams, to be honest, but should be Richmond. So I would be absolutely stoked if it's a Port Adelaide-Richmond game, and if we beat them, mate, I'll be celebrating for the next bloody decade.
The Richmond-Port Adelaide game during the home and away season was a cracker.
Oh, it definitely was.
Final.
Yeah, it was. It was unbelievable. We did lose, but yeah, that was unfortunate. But I reckon it'll be a really good match. If St Kilda win, I reckon they can put up a good fight against Port Adelaide. If Richmond win, I think we can as well. Then the second prelim will be played at the Gabba between Brisbane and the winner of the other semi, Collingwood and Geelong. So I'll say Geelong pretty easily, but Collingwood do have a bit of a chance. But yeah, probably Brisbane and Geelong will be a good game to see.
Yeah, it definitely will be, and obviously the people that win out of those will play at the Gabba for the grand final, a night game for the grand final. It's going to be interesting.
Oh yeah.
But I'm going to enjoy it. Collingwood probably won't make it there, but that's fine. At least we're getting a season this year.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say. Kizzer, if you want to add anything, go on. If not, roll the outro.
Thank you very much, Josh, for joining me. It's going to be unbelievable the next couple of weeks to see who takes home the premiership. Yeah. Cheers, guys, for watching. Thanks, Josh, for joining me.
See you, boys.
Bye.
That's all right, mate.